morning, students, friends. I am your Vali Immaculate English. Today, in English grammar, we come with one topic, voice. In my previous video, I explained about simple present, present continuous, and present perfect tenses in voice. Now, today, let us learn about simple past and past continuous voice. You know, in my previous video, I explained that voice means sound and tense means time. In voice, verb plays important part and it decides in which tense it is. You know, now today let us learn simple past. In these sentences given here, we don't use by form. Let us see. First, I will try to explain simple past voice. They made him king. They subject, made verb. Him object here. Him king. In this, verb is in past tense. Past tense means when the incident took place in the past, we say it is past tense. They made him king. Subject, verb and object. Object is changed into subject. Him is changed into he. Him is object is changed into he. Him is changed into he, and then according to this subject, what will you write? What verb will you write? It is in past tense. That is why we have to use was. He was. Suppose this object is changed here, when it is changed into subject, if the subject is plural, we should have used were. But here it is singular, third person singular, object changed into subject he, and third person singular, that is why we have to use was. He was. And then make, made, V3. He was made king. This is V2. We have changed into V3. What is the plain verb of made? Make. Make, made. This is V2, we have changed into V3. There is no difference here between this made and this made, we think so. But there is difference. Why? Because when the verbs are weak verbs, both V2 and V3 look alike. But here you think it is V3. He was made king. By whom? By they means them. We need not write. Even if we don't use it by them, the meaning will be understood and it will give meaningful sentence. So in such cases, we need not use by, and that noun form of object noun will be deleted. He was, it may be omitted here. He was made king. Look here, they made him king. They made him king. Here they subject, made verb, him object. Him is changed into he. Suppose her is there, it will be changed into she. So here him is changed into he, and then as it is a sentence based on past tense, was, third person singular, that is why we have written was. He was made, make, made. He was made king. Next, somebody stole my purse. Somebody stole my purse. Somebody, it is subject. Stole, verb. My purse, object. Somebody, subject. Stole, verb. And my purse, object. Let us write this object into subject part. My purse. Is it singular or plural? Singular. So singular verb. My purse was. Suppose somebody stole my purses, plural, then we should have written were. We have to write either was or were here. As it is singular, we have written was. My purse was. Look here, stole, V2, verb 2, verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. Here, stole, what is the plain verb of stole? Steal, S-T-E-A-L, steal. Plain verb, steal, stole, stolen. Steal, stole, stolen. So, we have to write here in passive form V3, my purse was stolen. And by somebody. Need not write by and somebody. It is understood. My purse was stolen, that's all. Need not write by and somebody. So my purse was stolen. Next, the police caught the thief. The police here subject, caught verb, the thief object here. Right. Let us write the thief. Here also singular, the thief. Suppose it is here thieves, not thieves. Suppose let us think it is thieves, plural form. Then when it is plural form, we have to write were. But here you have written singular. So the thief was. The thief was. Here a verb V2. What is the plain verb of caught? Catch. Catch, caught, caught. So let us write V3, catch, caught, caught. This caught and this caught look alike. You know, these two are weak verbs. Catch, caught, caught. V2, V3 are look alike because they are weak verbs. We call them weak verbs or regular verbs. The thief was caught by the police. No need to write by the police. The thief was caught. Meaning is understood. They asked me my name. Let us see. They asked me my name. They subject, asked verb, me here indirect object. My name direct object. Let us take indirect object first. I. Me will be changing to I. Here asked V2. I was. I was. Asked, asked, asked. I was asked. I was asked my name. My name. See here, I was asked my name by them. No need to say by them. I was asked my name. Meaning is understood here. In such cases, we can avoid or omit using by form. They plowed the field. They subject, plowed verb, the field object. Let us write the field. It is also singular. If it is plural, you know, we have to use were. It is a third person singular only. The field was. Plow, plowed, plowed. What is the plain verb of plowed? Plow. Now we have to write V3. So plow, plowed, plowed. The field was plowed by them. No need. The field was plowed. It is understood or not? Meaning is understood. Somebody lost the money. Let us take somebody subject, lost verb, and the money object. The money singular, third person singular, was. Lose, lost, lost. The money was lost by somebody. No need to use by somebody. The money was lost. Here also the meaning is understood. Next, let us take the we prohibited smoking. We prohibited smoking. We subject, prohibited verb, smoking. Here object. Smoking. Third person singular, we have to use was. Smoking was. Prohibit, prohibited, prohibited. Smoking was prohibited. That's all. Smoking was prohibited. Meaning is understood. He kept me waiting. He kept me waiting. Let us, what is the object here? Me. Me is object. Kept is verb. He is subject. Subject, verb, object. It is to complement, to complete the sentence. Me is changing to I. Me is changing to I. I was. Keep is the plain verb. It is kept, V2. Keep, kept, kept. So I was kept. I was kept waiting. I was kept waiting. That's all. Next, we saw you and him. You, we saw you and him. We subject saw verb and we take object you and him together. You and him means here you have to change him will be changed into he. He and you will be changed into you only. He and you both here. He and you were. If it is singular, we should have used was. Here he and you. Two persons are there. That is why he and you were. See is a plain verb. See, saw, seen. He and you were seen. That is passive voice. Look here in order when second person and third person come here on order. First you have to write third person and then second person. He and you were seen. Look here what we have written so far. We have learned active voice sentences transformed into passive voice without using by form. Here most of the verbs are regular verbs. We may use irregular verbs also. Irregular means when there is a change in V2 and V3, we call it irregular verbs. Now let us write one sentence. They stole articles. They stole articles. They subject, stole, verb, articles. Articles is plural form. So articles were, because plural form. Here object is in plural form. Articles is plural form. Since article is plural form, we write plural verb. Articles were steal, stole, stolen. It is irregular verb. That is why in V2, V3 there is a difference. Steal, stole, stolen. Articles were stolen by them. We can write by them. They change into them. Okay. Next, they constructed the building. They constructed the building. They subject, constructed, verb, the building, object. The building singular, that is why was. The building was constructed by, they change into them, constructed by them. Like this, in some cases we use them by form. In some other cases we avoid. When the meaning is understood, we need not use by form. This is simple past tense. Let us now learn past continuous. Now let us discuss some more sentences on voice with regard to past continuous. So far I have explained sentences on simple past. Now sentences on past continuous. Past continuous means the action was going on in the past. Look here, I was making kites. I subject, was helping verb. It helps the main verb make, making. Ing form is there and then object kites. The structure will be subject and then helping verb, was or were. Helping verb will be was or were, and then main verb and ing form and then object. That is the structure of past continuous voice. Subject, next comes helping verb and then main verb, then ing form, next object. Here if it is, we have to use helping verb either was or were only. If it is singular subject, we use was. If it is plural, were. I was, I first person, whether it is first person, second person, third person, first person or third person, we have to use was only. I was making kites. I subject, was helping verb and then main verb make. What is the main verb? Make. And when we have added ing form, it is made into making and then object kites. Here when object is changed to subject kites, is it singular or plural? It is plural, kites. If it is singular, kite, we write kite. It is plural, so we have written kites. Kites, when plural, there when object is changed into plural in subject form, plural verb must come. Kites were. You know, we have to use either was or were in past continuous action. Since it is plural noun, we have used were. Kites were. Next here, one more thing. The action was going on in the past. Since the action was going on in the past, we have to add be form, being, B-E-I-N-G, be in ing, being. Kites were being, and then let us come to main verb. What is the plain verb here? Make. For make, we have to write V3. Make, made, made. Make, made, made. So kites were being made. And by form comes by whom, by I is changed into me. This is passive voice. Look here once again. I was making kites. Here when object referring to plural form. When object comes here, subject place, since it is plural, we have used plural verb, were, kites were, and then be form, be plus ing form should be used as it is past continuous action. Kites were being, then V3 of the plain verb make is made, make, made, and by form comes. Next, I is changed into me, I is changed into me. Kites were being made by me. Next, he was driving a car, he was driving a car. His subject was driving. We have to take both helping verb and main verb together. We have to take both main verb and helping verb together as verb. So subject, verb and object a car. A car, third person singular. So was, we have to use was. A car was. Next, be form, being. A car was being, drive is the plain verb. Drive, drove, driven. V3 will be driven. A car was being driven. A car was being driven by form comes. By, he is changed into him. Suppose she is there, she will be changed into her. He is here, that is why by him. A car was being driven by him. Look here, he was driving a car. The action was going on in the past. He, subject, was driving, helping verb and main verb together, we call it verb. And then object a car. A car is third person singular, we have usually was. A car was being driven. So V3 of drive, drive, drove, driven. Drive, drove, driven. Driven by, he is changed into him. Next, we were drawing pictures. We were drawing pictures. We subject, were drawing, helping verb together with main verb, we take into consideration as verb. We were drawing pictures. Pictures object here. Let us write this picture into subject part. Pictures. Let us think here. Pictures is plural. Suppose it is a picture, we use some other kind of helping verb. Here, pictures. So we have written were. Pictures were. If it is picture, we should have written was. But it is plural form, so pictures were. Next, being. The action was going on, being. Pictures were being. Draw is the main verb. Draw, plain verb. Draw, drew, drawn. Draw, drew, drawn. Pictures were being drawn by, we changed into us. Pictures were being drawn by us. We changed into us, object. Next, subject we change into object us. And here, look here, they were cutting an iron rod. They were cutting an iron rod. They, subject, were cutting verb. Helping verb, were, main verb, cutting. They were cutting an iron rod. An iron rod is object. Let us write an iron rod. We have written object in subject part, an iron rod. Is it singular or plural? It is singular, not iron rods. An iron rod, only singular. So an iron rod was. Automatically, we write be form, being. An iron rod was being. Here, main verb is cut. For V3, cut, cut, cut. There will be no change in V1, V2, V3 also. The same. An iron rod was being cut. CUT, cut. Set, cut, put. These are all, these don't be changed. These are not changed. An iron rod was being cut by whom? They. They changed into them. An iron rod was being cut by them. They were cutting an iron rod. An iron rod is changed into subject part, an iron rod. And then, as per the subject, singular, we have written was, and then being has come. Next, V3 of the plain verb is written here. and then by form comes. Next, they change into them. An iron rod was being cut by them. Next, she was preparing food. She was preparing. She subject, was preparing verb, food object. Food, third person, you see here, food, uncountable. We write singular only. Food was being, action was being going on. Food was being prepared. Main verb prepare. So prepare, prepared. Food was being prepared by, she changed to her. Suppose we is there, then we should have written were. We were preparing food. We should have written. But here third person singular she. That's why we have written was. Food was, she was preparing food. Suppose we were preparing food, then food was being prepared. Food was being prepared by, we will be changing to us. She was selling articles. She was selling articles. She subject, was selling verb, articles object. Articles plural form, that is why were. Articles were being, sell, plain verb, V3, sell, sold, being sold by, look here, she was selling articles. Articles were being sold by, she changed into her. She is subject, that is why we have written was. Third person singular was. She was selling, action is going on. Here plain verb, main verb, sell, selling articles. Articles plural. So here we have written were, plural verb. Articles were being, action, as the action was going on, we have written being form, and then sell, sold, V3, sold by her. She changed to her. Next, I was telling a story. Third person singular. So was, a story was being, tell, told, being told. A story was being told by whom? I changed into me, object, passive voice. In the same way, here we were distributing chocolates. Yesterday I attended a meeting. When I attended a meeting there, they asked me to distribute, they gave me some chocolates and asked me to distribute them among the students. Then what did we do? I took the help of some of my friends, and my friends and I together distributed. We were distributing chocolates. When in the past, we were distributing chocolates. Chocolates, it is plural form. That is why were, chocolates were. Being, distribute, distributed. Chocolates were being distributed by, we change into us. So sentences in past continuous voice will be in this manner. Look, what is the structure here? Subject and then helping verb was, either was or were, and then main verb, next ing form, next object. So here I was making kites. Kites were being made by me. He was driving a car was being driven by him. We were drawing pictures. Pictures were being drawn by us. They were cutting an iron rod was being cut by them. She was preparing food was being prepared by her. Articles were being sold by, she was selling articles were being sold by her. And next, I was telling a story was being told by me. I changed into me. We were distributing chocolates were being distributed by us. These are the sentences on past continuous voice. Understood, dear students? So here, for mainly such sentence will be given for lower classes like 6th, 7th, 8th, and we are expecting some of these questions in 10th class also. In 10th class examination going students have to prepare thoroughly on present perfect and also on past continuous. Have you understood, students? If you have any doubts, please put in comment. I will try to set my solve those to the level of my best. Thank you all.